Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Torres taking on Velazquez. Titan FC, Flyweight, mega fight for me. Absolute stonkingly good fight. Jose, look, for me I see this as well. The winner possibly will get a shot at Tim Elliott, because you two are, especially the performance Abdiel put on against Villa, which in his own right was a very good performance. I said it to him, I spoke to him, I said it was a fantastic performance. You did the same in your own right against another veteran. Perry had two veterans who were swarthy, knew how to win, could make, maybe try to outsmart you with their experience. But the Perry just literally took the fight in your own hands, and you showed that you're old heads on young shoulders. And I can't wait to see the two of you throw down now.
I'm excited. It's going to be a good fight. I mean, both of our styles counteract each other. The difference between our two veterans were they were both ready to stand up and bang with us. They both wanted to go down the ground and pound on us, but they couldn't take us down. I got taken down once, but was able to reverse and have a beautiful match after that. And Velazquez was able to get all the takedowns he needed to win the match. The difference was, though, I was the aggressor in my fight. I was always pushing. I want to put on a show. Whether I win or lose, I want to put on a show and have a good time. Velasquez played a very, very smart fight. So I can't down anything about it. Was it an exciting fight for me? No. But he faced a veteran. I would have been intimidated as well to go forward. I mean, the guy was 45, but his body looked 26. I mean, he was jacked. He was ready to go. And I believe he outsmarted, and I think he was just a little too fast for Alexis Villa. But I mean, I'm not 45 years old. I'm 23, I'm young, I'm ready to move forward. I believe I can cut the corner right, and if he wants to wrestle, if he wants to stand and bang, whatever the case may be, I just want to put on a show.
And that's what I look forward to. The pair of you fought two veterans, and now you're fighting each other, and it's kind of like, it's going to be completely different. The pair of you, it's going to be a completely different fight from the last one. Like I said before, it's awesome, but also it's you getting down to flyweight as well now. It's that's the exciting thing, buddy. You're making that step down into there. You're making that. You finally make that decision to do it. This is the fight you're getting dealt with. Obviously, we spoke a little bit, but weight-wise, feeling nutrition-wise, physically, how do you feel as well? Well, that's the main thing. How do you physically feel being a little bit lighter at the moment and everything?
I've been working with nutrition, and when I was getting ready for my pro debut, which was for Titan FC 36, that sadly got canceled, I started at 155. I was going down to 35, but eventually that fight got canceled. I started working with Lou. He started helping me out. When I got down to 35 the first time, I weighed 35 the day before. I'm in the van traveling for weigh-ins. I'm talking to everybody. Everyone's sitting down with their hoodie up, headphones. No one wants to talk because everyone's pissed and mad, low on weight. But I was extremely happy. And then the next fight, because I went to Kuwait into the Support Troops program, I only had a 3-week training camp. So Lex McMahon and Jeff were just like, you know what? We'll do 35, and then after that, we'll drop you down to 25. I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I had a nice veteran. I felt good. But this one, I mean, I'm 6 weeks out. It's coming up to UFC Fight Week, and I weigh 140. I'm only 15 pounds over. Usually a 35er, would be like 150 at this point, 155 maybe. So, I'm a small 35er, so going down, it's a smart decision. I'm only 5'4", so I never fought someone my height. From what it says, they say he's 5'4", so I'm definitely very, very happy about that. No more guys with ridiculously long reach against me. But, I mean, overall, I feel healthy. I'm working with nutrition, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I wanted to go down, because of the confidence boost he gave me. It wasn't just, all right, let's deplete all the foods, let's deplete all the water, or water load, or whatever the case is. I mean, I feel great. I'm eating 6 to 7 meals a day. I'm drinking as much as I want, and I'm getting a good training camp. Right now, I'm down in Texas, Fort Worth, with Johny Hendricks' camp. So I'm training with like Mark De La Rosa, their coaches Steve and Tony, and it's just been a good time. I played spar. There was a film of me playing spar with Johny Hendricks.
Yeah, saw that.
We're slipping and sliding all over this just soaked mat, and it was pretty funny because I thought he was just gonna throw one random haymaker and be like, oh god, it's all over. But he's such a nice guy. He's giving me so many tips too when it comes off the wall, standing up, and after this, I go to Vegas, and keep my weight down. I'll be working for the IMMAF and the UFC. I'll be doing meet and greets for the UFC Fan Expo for the UFC Fight Pass booth, which is awesome. Sweet. And then after that, go down to Jackson Wink. So I'm slowly getting my weight down, but at Jackson Wink, I'll be working with John Dotson, Damasio Page, and so many more guys around my size. So I'm excited, and I couldn't ask for a better training camp.
that was something I was going to touch on, mate. This week coming up, UFC Fight Week, and the Amateur World Championships are on, and you're not going to be in there. You're not going to be competing. It must feel weird.
It is going to be a little different. The one thing I'm going to be very happy about, even though I'll still be working out with all of my teammates, my former teammates, and going back at it, is this time I'm just watching the fights. There's no nerves. There's no... Because, again, for people who don't know what the IMMAF is, International Mixed Martial Arts Federation, it's literally you weigh in every single day. And you get a percentage, but it sucks. Making weight every single day is just... Making weight once is hard enough, depending on your weight class and how you do it. So, I remember last year, all right, cool, I won my match. All right, let's get the sauna suit on, top and bottom. Let's go run a few miles. And then, wake up the morning, weigh in, fight again, and all right, cool, sound the top line, and just kept on repeating it for 5 days. So being able to go there and just help my team out, helping Bahrain Cage KMMA, and just also being a spokesperson. I am going to be one of their poster boys this year, since I am the only 2-time world champ. I want to be able to help motivate some of the athletes. Because the IMMAF is the only reason I got signed to Titan FC. You don't hear many pro debut guys getting a 4-fight contract. Before even their pro debut. It wasn't like I just was thrown in there to the wolves and I beat some random guy. No, I got signed 4 fights before I got in there. So, and that's because of the IMMAF, my huge amateur career, and I appreciate all of it.
I had to beg, steal, and borrow to get my pro debut.
Yeah.
And I didn't even I got 1 fight deal, and that was it. I was going to say it's going to be crazy, but the thing is, oh man, I am so excited for Fight Week. Oh, I cannot wait, especially because you've got the free UFC cards, you've got the amateur fight, you've got the amateur championships, and so people get to see potential future stars in there. And for the UK side, there's Cage Warriors on the Friday as well. I hate the fact that I've been sitting here with nothing on for the past... Well, they had Bellator last week. Other than that, it's been really... Let's be honest, it's been pretty much dead. The world's been dead in MMA. And I'm bored out my tits already. I can't handle waiting this long. Are you going to be going to... Obviously, Johny Hendricks is fighting, but are you going to try and go to all... Are you going to all 3 cards? What's the score with that side of things?
From what I know, because I'm working for the UFC, they did offer me tickets to the Dos Anjos Alvarez fight, so we'll be watching that one. As much as I'd like to go to the other 2, I don't have any access yet. I'm definitely going to try to, put my way in there. But, it's either or. It's going to be an exciting time because I make connections down here in Fort Worth with Johny Hendricks' camp. Maybe they can give me tickets, but either or, I'll be helping him, lose the remaining amount of weight because right now he's looking lean, he's healthy as well, which is awesome because one of the main reasons I came down here was Nutrition was here working with him. And I actually won a bet yesterday, so Nutrition finally is going to make me some meals, so I'm very happy about that. Very, very happy because you see the meals that Lou posts, and I'm like, this looks amazing, that's healthy.
Yeah.
God, so I'm really excited, but I'll be doing mitt work, I'll be doing sauna sessions with Johnny and all that stuff, so I'm excited to be able to get that UFC experience with all these guys around, helping each other out, and just seeing how it is. And fighting Velazquez this fight, even though we're both youngins, we're both making a huge step up, fighting 2 prospects in the sport. Yeah,
I said that to him as well. I said it's almost crazy to think that you're fighting each other now, because in my eyes, the pair of you have got the capability to go to the UFC level and be there. And I thought maybe you two would be fighting each other in the UFC. But the fact that it's happening now, I'm like, I think then this might be one of them things that turn into like a trilogy. You never know, because there might like a Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate thing. Kind of there's a fight outside of the UFC, then it goes to the UFC, and there's I think that I don't think this could be the last fight between the two of you because you're both, like you say, you're young. You both got nowhere near the potential reached yet on what you both can do. And the flyweight division, you're just... If you both keep on the same path, you're both going to get there. No matter how this result comes in August for either one of you, you can just see it for the pair of you. And that's what's so crazy about it. I think in the flyweight world, this is one of those fights that need to be kind of put on the calendar for everyone to keep attention to, because it really is one of them fights to look out for. And I think for future references as well. It's
going to be a good time. Velasquez is 7-2. I'm 2-0. which is a huge thing for me, is that I'm moving up very quick in Titan FC and in the sport as well. My popularity has grown very fast, which I'm very happy that I'm able to put on a fight and everyone else enjoys, and they like my personality inside and outside the cage. But for me, it's going to be a good time. As much as I'd like, I guess in a sense, an easier opponent for my 125 debut, I mean, I feel healthy, I feel good, and the competition is just going to get harder and harder from here, and I believe Velazquez is a good opponent, mainly when it comes to putting on a great show. And I mean, I don't know any of the names, but I know Titan FC 40 is supposed to be stacked right now. So it's just, and it continues to grow with more and more people signing and making their, making the poster and all that stuff. So it's going to be a good time, I'm telling you. It's going to be a fun fight. Against aggressor versus a stylistically an opponent that circles a lot, likes to pick his shots. So what's going to happen? Is the aggressor going to win, or is the guy who is a little more technical going to win?
Exactly, and that's the thing about it. There's different styles, and styles makes matchups, and it's who can apply their style. And like you said, the card itself, they're still adding fights to the card, and it's looking good so far. And the other thing as well to take note of, the thing that excites you guys will be that Belil got signed to the UFC. He's fighting against Alan Jaban. You got Chase Sherman, who fought recently on Titan FC when he won against Jack Mitt. He's got signed to UFC as well. That got announced. So, for even everyone in the other weight classes, you're all sitting there going, this can happen. It can happen. It's good for you guys. I'm not saying it's a motivator, because you've obviously got your own motivation, but it's like an added incentive added to what you're doing already.
Yeah, I mean, Bilal Muhammad is actually, he's from Chicago. He lives literally 10 minutes away from me. Uh-huh. He's right over the bridge, and so it's real cool when we both fought in the last card. We're like, yeah, Chicago. We both fought, we both dominated, we represented, But him being signed to the UFC, and I'm actually able to go to that card because of the Dos Anjos Alvarez fight. Yeah. He's the co-main event, I believe. So it's like, oh, that's awesome. I get to represent. I get to see Bilal from Titan FC do his thing, and I'm excited. But either or, win or lose for both of us. We're so young in this sport. We have people getting their prime between like the ages of 28 and 32. So we have nothing but time. Win or lose, there's so much more time. I don't see any of us not making it to the UFC anytime soon.
No, I agree with you, and it's awesome. So look, you got the International Fight Week. I'm going to ask you some picks now, mate, because there's some great fights. Let's talk about some of the fights. Obviously, Belil's fighting Alan Jaban. You're going to back your Chicago boy. And I tell you what, after the fight you had against Steve Carl, I think it'd be crazy for people not to expect him to put on a hell of a fight anyway.
Yeah, Bilal, I mean, you watch him in sparring, you're like, oh, okay, he's good. But when he fought a veteran like he did, and the way he put on a spectacle was ridiculous. We're just like, oh my God, Bilal, you could, wow, this is ridiculous. I mean, all of his friends and family were there. There was one whole quarter. I think out of the whole stadium, there was a quarter section of just his guys, and it was ridiculous. It was an awesome time. So if he has the same performance in this fight, in the last one to put in this one, there's no way he's not going to win. Yeah,
exactly. Okay then, Rafael dos Anjos, Eddie Alvarez.
I believe stylistically, they're both around the same. They're both very aggressive. They're both very forward. But I think Dos Anjos is just the smarter, faster fighter. I mean, look what he did against Don Cerrone twice. And the second time, he just finished him so quick. I believe Dos Anjos' game is just improving every single time he fights, and he's looking even leaner every time he comes in.
Yeah.
Alvarez, every single one of his last fights have been tough. They've all gone to decision, and they've all been tough for him. While Dos Anjos is slowly moving up, the only person Dos Anjos has lost to is Khabib. And that's because Khabib was just a little better at that style.
Khabib's just a different animal. That's what Khabib is.
I've wrestled Khabib.
No. Jose, you didn't wrestle him. He toyed with you.
Oh no, it was ridiculous. I can tell you this. You know the video of him wrestling a bear.
Yeah.
I was the bear. It didn't work out at all. I was the bear, and it was funny because he got me in a top crucifix. I ended up, this is when he had his knee injury, I ended up leg kicking him because he leg kicked me. So I was like, all right, you get one back. And I accidentally didn't know that was his knee. So you just saw the different look in his eyes, like, oh my God, what's wrong? And he just starts throwing haymakers or small gloves. Eventually, he gets me down, he gets his top crucifix as he usually does. He starts pounding away, and my head's hitting the floor, coming back up, and I'm slowly looking at the clock going, damn it, there's 3 minutes left. Let me up, man. Come on, man, let me up. What's up?
Yes, there's no good ending when you roll with Khabib. Look, okay, let's go to the animal that is Joanna Jędrzejczyk against Claudia Cadella. Now, that's a sexy fight right there, because that is an animal in Joanna.
Yeah, I mean, Lou loves Joanna. I've seen her fight her last 2 fights. It's been ridiculous. I've never seen Claudia fight, though. I know she's very aggressive. I mean, Joanna's just been so dominant. I mean, with her hands, she's even dominant when it comes to the takedown defense. I think she's been taken down once, and she escaped pretty quick against one of the wrestlers. So I just don't see her losing anytime soon. And she's super fast too.
She is. She's I think 7-time world Muay Thai champion. The thing is, they actually fought before in the past, and Joanna won via decision, very tight, and people thought Claudia won. But the thing is, like I say that. I'll say it right. I said it before on the podcast. They're 2 different fighters, and Joanna's defense has improved leaps and bounds as well. Let's go then to it is basically the fight for the featherweight title, because Conor's not going back down to 145. I can't see it happening. So look, Aldo against Frankie. I know who I'm going for, because I love the man, and if I could marry him, I would. But who are you going for?
Yeah, I gotta say, for Conor, this is just my experience. Once you get fat, you never want to go back. That's just how it is. Once you feel the weight, you're like, you know what, I like it here. But I mean, personally, given I'm a little biased because Frankie Edgar is on my Cage MMA team, but just the way he moves and the way, I mean, look at the way he handled Chad Mendes. You know, you thought, oh man, it's gonna be such a close fight, but Frankie Edgar was just faster with the hands. He was a lot more crisp. And I think he's improved so much. Sadly, Jose Aldo didn't do so well against Conor McGregor. No. You know, even though maybe it would have went the other way if it would have went more than 1 round or 2 rounds. But one, we see the chin, so it's not helping Jose Aldo here. And 2, if he did lose, which he did, how's he been training? What's his mentality like? Is it gone down, or is he just coming back 2 times stronger? So that's gonna be a close fight, but I think Frankie Edgar's gonna pull it out. I haven't seen any rematch that Frankie Edgar hasn't gotten better at.
I'm always gonna have Frankie's back. I love Frankie. He's the man. Like, Frankie is the man. If anyone goes against Frankie, I'll hunt them down and I'll beat them with a salmon. Okay, let's go. Look, you got Miesha Tate, who I think got an easier out of all the opponents she could have. I think she got an easier opponent in Amanda Nunes out of all the fights she could have had. What's your thoughts on that bout itself?
I know Amanda Nunes is very aggressive. She's going to come forward, and I know she's had the past tendency of tiring out. Yeah. And Miesha Tate's known for getting stronger as the fight goes on. Miesha can take a beating, as we saw against Holly Holm and saw against Ronda Rousey. She takes a beating, she just keeps on coming forward, whether she's winning or losing. And I think Miesha Tate, because of the experience and because of all the battles she's had, she hasn't just fought random girls. She's fought the top of the top, the best of the best, and she has the belt for the reason. So I believe she's going to retain it. I'm with you as well. I can just see, like, 3rd round, probably Amanda's gassed, and I can just see Miesha just piling on. Okay. The fight that I am literally dropping my pants at when I think about it is the rematch, Cormier versus Jones, buddy. Like, that's just... Oh, yes. Now, Jones, he did... I think he fought a technical fight in his last one against St. Preux. Mm-hmm. It wasn't, a huge spectacle, as we always think of John Jones doing spinning elbows and all that stuff, but I wouldn't say he toyed with them, but there are plenty of times where he knew he could have finished them, but he's like, you know what? I've been out for so long, let me just play this safe. And St. Preux's no joke, man. He's fought some of the best guys out there. Even though he lost to Glover Teixeira, I mean, he put it on Glover pretty well. So, and Daniel Cormier, I mean, he's fought some great guys to get that belt. I mean, Anthony Johnson, I actually thought he was going to lose to Anthony Johnson because of how strong he is. Given I'm a fan of Anthony Johnson, I love his humbleness. But Daniel Cormier's just been pushing the pace. What we see in articles that he's been breaking his training camp a little lower and taking out the intensivity. I think John Jones is going to take this one. I think he's twice as prepared and he's ready. And because of that height and reach, man, it's ridiculous. I've been at Jackson Wink. I've seen him spar. I've seen the stuff he does. It's ridiculous. You're like, I would love to do spinning elbows in my game. I'd love to do all this spinning stuff, all this angular, but it's also the confidence to do it. I don't have that yet. Yes. He has it, and that's why he's so ahead of the game at such a young age.
He is. He's got that zero fucks mentality. He just does it. He just goes, I'll do it, see what happens. I'll see what happens. It's almost like he doesn't know what's going to happen at the end. He just goes, I'm going to throw this. If it lands, awesome. If it doesn't, I'll throw something else.
Yeah, and because he's so long, it's harder for people to retaliate. Unless he fought Alexander Gustafsson again, which I would love to see that fight.
Yes.
But
Yes.
I actually would like. I would rather see that fight than Cormier, just because it was so close.
Yeah.
And I mean, even the last fight, Jones, you can tell Jones was slowly sliding away at the end and kind of toying with him. He's like, I can do whatever I want with you, small guy. So it's power versus length, and I think it's going to be a great fight.
And John Jones is a little bit bigger as well than the last time because he did a bit of the weightlifting. You see, he's got the gun show, so I look forward to it as well. Oh, I can't wait. I'm picking Jones as well. But I'm with you on that one as well. Yeah, got to talk about that whole thing. And you're going to be there as well the whole weekend, man. It's going to be absolutely sick. There's loads of people going to be there that I know. Bastards. James Lynch is going to be there as well, but you'll have to bump into him and have a chat with him. Awesome guy he is. He's just got to deal with Flow Combat as well, man. So great news to him. Look, Josie, before I let you shoot off, buddy, give everyone your social media, and as always, give a mention to sponsors, people, like, give thanks and praise. Obviously, your missus, to see you posting on Instagram when you're with her.
Yeah, well, I mean, all my social media, again, I appreciate everyone supporting me if they can. My Facebook, if you want to friend me, Jose Shorty Torres. My fan page, Jose Shorty Torres MMA. YouTube, Jose Shorty Torres, when I do my weekly blogs. I haven't started them yet, but I might start them at Jackson Wink. There's my Twitter, Shorty Torres 125, and Instagram, Jose Shorty Torres. And again, I post funny stuff. Oh, my Snapchat, Shorty Torres, with 3 R's for some reason. I don't know why I messed up and put another R. But I put a lot of funny stuff on there, man, and I have a lot of fun, but definitely have to shout out the people here in Fort Worth, because it was the last-minute trip. I just want to say one thing is, the MMA community is so much camaraderie. Nutrition recommended me to come down. I go, hey, man, I want a place to stay then. He goes, okay, well, we'll talk to some of the fighters. Mark De La Rosa, 7-0 guy, signed with Legacy at 135, 125. He goes, hey, I don't know you, but if you want, you can stay at my place for 2 weeks. And he literally picked me up from the airport and taken me under his wing and trained with me at every single place. And even though he doesn't have to be on a diet right now, he's following every single eating regimen I'm doing. So I have to give a huge shout out to Mark De La Rosa, Steve, and Tony, the coaches, for taking me in. Again, I'm training here for
Jose, have you gone? No! Jose, come back to me. Jose, come back. Jose, you still there? Oh, you bastard internet. Come back here. Come back. Technology, fuck it. You basically thanking De La Rosa, pick you up from the airport and then go from there.
Yeah, so Mark De La Rosa picked me up from the airport, and I was able to stay at his place for 2 weeks. This guy literally took me under his wing, followed every single eating schedule, even though he didn't have to. He's not cutting any weight or dropping any weight. And, he let me meet their coach at Reyes Boxing, Tony, and Team Genesis Kickboxing and Jiu-Jitsu and all that. It's Steven and everybody else. It's been an awesome time, man. And these guys even offering me pad work when I get to Vegas. Again, all this stuff is free. And just the MMA camaraderie of just helping each other out and giving back. It's an awesome, awesome time. So thank you, Lou, and all the guys down here at Fort Worth, especially Mark De La Rosa, for taking care of me. And I'll definitely give more shout-outs to all my sponsors another time. But I definitely can say Bad Boys definitely helped me out for my last fight. They just sent me, 2 whole packages of gear. I'll be fighting in their shorts this time. So I'm very happy. Yeah, so I'm very happy that a 2-0 guy, is getting sponsored by a big-time promotion. I like your hat, by the way. But,
my bad boy hat, yeah, I love my bad boy bits. This costs money, though, so...
Trust me, I didn't grow up the wealthiest guy, so they sent me, 2 whole pairs. I was like, I got 2, I didn't just get 1. I didn't get, the crappy stuff either, where it's just, the flashy stuff. It's like, oh, here's the stuff that, Stephen Thompson and all these other guys wear. So, oh, yeah, I'm moving up in the world, so... I was very happy. I appreciate everyone helping me out, and all my sponsors definitely know who they are. But I don't want to take up too much time, but I got to say thank you so much to Cage Cam MMA. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to travel around the country to train. So if anybody's at UFC Fight Week next week, I'd love to see you all. I'll be working the UFC Fight Pass booth. If anybody wants a signature, a picture, or anything, or any advice, I'm more than happy to help. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Go see Jose, people. Go see him. He is the future superstar in the 125 division. And come on, you've got to follow and join him, people. Jose, honestly, buddy, Always awesome talking to you. I love having a chat with you, my friend. I know you're in good hands, man. You make me sick, all this good stuff that you've got going on. I've got myself, so jog on, you know. I literally have to do anything. Beg, steal and borrow to get kit and all sorts. Tough life. Tough life for me. But look, buddy, have a great time, man. Have a great time at International Fight Week. That's going to be sick in its own right. And then you're going to have a fun fight camp. And then, honestly, Titan FC, I'm going to be tuning in for that fight, my friend. I'm going to be sitting down, switching off from the world, so the world can just go away while I enjoy that card, man. I can't wait for your fight.
Oh, well, thanks, man. Definitely appreciate it. It's gonna be a fun one. I feel like it won't go however long it's gonna be, 3 rounds, but it's gonna be a tough fight.